Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, so we will start our session by reciting Surah Al-Fatiha. Okay, today class we have a special guest from Singapore, which is my friend. We will deliver a talk about digital transformation in Singapore perspective. Okay, but before we go to our session with our brothers, I would like to make some introduction about digital transformation. Okay, it's just only a brief introduction, and I hope you will understand the overall of the concept. Okay.
Can we start now, Burhan?
I will start to introduce the meaning of digital transformation, and then we will start your session. Okay?
All right. Okay.
Okay. Allow me to speak Thai. Okay. วันนี้เรามีแขกพิเศษจากสิงคโปร์จะมาแชร์ประสบการณ์หรือเรื่องราวต่างๆในสิงคโปร์ที่เกี่ยวข้องกับการเปลี่ยนแปลงทางดิจิทัลหรือที่เรียกว่าดิจิทัลทรานส์ฟอร์เมชันแต่ก่อนที่เราจะไปพบแขกพิเศษของเราเดี๋ยวผมจะมาแชร์เบื้องต้นว่า digital information เนี่ยมันเป็นยังไง Okay. Okay, so what is digital transformation? So digital transformation is a process of using digital technology to create new or modify existing business process, culture, and customer experiences to meet changing business and market requirements. Okay, so this definition is from Salesforce. So Salesforce is doing business. That's why their definition of digital transformation and their process will related to their business purpose. Another definition of digital transformation is about creating new possibility for your organization through innovative products and services, better way of working in organization model. So this definition I'm taking from Red Hat. So Red Hat is one company provide technology infrastructure, and also they are working on business intelligence. Okay. So how is this digital information going on? So actually, in many organizations, they have their own definition of digital transformation, but overall, there is no exact definition or how it's going on with digital transformation. Actually, digital transformation depends on the company operation. Some company they are focusing on specific objective, so their application of digital transformation will be different. So basically, we have 5 elements of digital transformation. First, leadership, product management, development, and architecture, and the last one is operation. So the leadership is about the vision of the organization. Want to transform their own style of organization, to digital transformation. So product management means after their vision established, in order to transform, so they need to analyze their product and their management. For example, their business process or their business purpose. After that, development. So this development will be like a plan for their vision. Okay, and also architecture. So this one is about the investment on architecture, like technology, how they are going to use the technology that can be suited with their organization. And after that, operation, and which mean maintain their vision and their all of the above mentioned. Okay, this definition I got from Red Hat also. So their focus is more on architecture and also the business intelligence. Like, okay, this nowadays in Islamic perspective or in Islamic activity, so digital transformation is not like something new, but we need to adapt. For example, in one of article is written like digitalize allow us to set 3 goals: increase product and service quality, reduce price, and improve data collection and management. So this article is focusing on economic purpose. That's why their digital transformation involve innovation and innovation in the Islamic economic purpose. Okay. So another example from one article, role of digital transformation in restyling the Islamic finance industry. So when we talk about digital transformation, the first industry that's going to involve is finance industry. So Islamic finance industry need to adapt with this technology as well. Okay? So another example of digital transformation, which is one article, actually from my article. Sorry. Okay, this article was written in 2013 during my my master's degree. So this article is a concept of the digital transformation as well. So it's about my moving to cloud collaborative system. So this article I propose like some architecture about the system which can help the needy people. For example, from our actually this article was written in Malaysia, so that's why the most of the names appear here are related to Malaysia organization and Malaysia and purpose. So this one, like we have one system which can collaborate with many agencies or many parties. For example, one system can this system, my Muki system, can collaborate with the Jabatan Kemajuan Islam, like Jakim. For example, in Thailand, I think is Islamic Council in Thailand. so can collaborate with the network of mosques. We can use our mosque in our kampung or our village to have their own data, and from their data we can take from their data and put in the Mukim system. For example, and another one is Ministry of Health. We can, if Ministry of Health, for example, in every kampung, every village, they have like a small hospital. In Thailand, this we call Anamai. So small hospital. So we can, if they can provide us the data about the sickness in their area, so those data will be benefit for the people who want to give help. And another one is university, and another one is a bank, financial agency. So from this system, we just is about centralize all the data from different parties and put in one system. And from the system, we can see how many needy people that need help. So this is about one overall concept of the digital transformation. So that's all from my part, and then we will let you all to meet our guest speaker. Assalamualaikum, Syafiq.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah. So can we start now, Mr. Burhan?
Okay, please start.
Okay. Before I start my session, I would like to say thanks to all of you for giving the opportunity for everything. And I saw how many students we have. 25 students. Oh, it's quite a lot actually. So you guys, how old are you guys? You are between how old? How old are they?
Okay.
You guys, how old are you guys? I saw a guy named Iyad. How old are you? How old are you?
22.
22. So between 22 and 26? Is there anyone 26? Is there anyone 26 here?
มีคนมีนักศึกษาอายุ26 ปีไหมอายุ26 ขวบ
ไม่มีครับ
How old are you guys? 22, 26, okay? So we are not that far, by the way. I'm 27, so okay.
Less than.
Oh, okay, I got it. So how's Thailand, by the way? Is it good there? Is Thailand good over there?
Pandemic is
bad.
start again.
Oh, okay. So this Iyad, I saw a guy named Iyad here. Iyad Hajisa, Abdul Hadi Sasor, Hassan bin Haji Masman. All these are your students, huh? Okay, I got it. So before I start the session, right? So let me introduce myself. My name is Syafiq Mardi, and I am from Singapore. So I just graduated from my postgraduate studies, master studies, and I think that's all from me, I guess. I think that's all. Is it enough, Burhan, for my self-introduction? Is it enough? I think it's enough, isn't it? Should I tell them more?
Yeah.
A little bit more. Okay. So before I start my session, let me. Yeah, I think Burhan. Yeah, that's good then. So I'm just about sharing what's happening in Singapore on digital transformation on Islamic activities, and my experience as a Singaporean. But then, before I start my session, I just really need your help, all of you guys. In which, if I'm going too fast, just pause me for a while, okay? Because sometimes I'm just being so excited. All right. I need your help yet. If I'm going too fast, help me.
I think now you are going too fast.
Hey, but then I want to ask you, do you prefer me to speak in English or in Malayu?
Up to you.
Melayu Kelantan. Can you speak Melayu Kelantan?
Tak boleh. Melayu Kelantan tak boleh.
Melayu Patani.
Melayu KL boleh agaknya. Atau Melayu Singapore boleh. Kalau Melayu Kelantan tak boleh. Thailand tak boleh. Tak tahu Thailand. Okay, just stay with English. Is it okay with all of you?
Yes.
Or maybe what I'm gonna do is I just gonna intermix with English and Malay together. All right?
Yeah, it's okay, English.
Oh, okay, that's good. Who's that?
Syafiq,
Who's answering?
maybe you can share your slide from your side, okay?
All right. So who's answering that? Sahar, is it? Who's answering me just now? Okay. All right. So let's start with from my side. You know, it's not this one. Sorry. Not this one. 1 minute. Let me share my slide. Yeah. My entire screen is gonna be better. Can you see my screen, guys? Can you see my screen now?
No.
Can you see?
No, you can.
Not yet, is it? Okay, go
it's
a minute. Is it coming?
Yes.
Now we can see.
Can you see the slides there? Can you see the slides here?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, you can see.
Okay. 1 minute. Let me.
Can make
Okay.
full screen, okay?
Okay. Okay. So right now, this is our topic for today, and this is a little bit of my biography. I'm a student in Islamic History at Al-Islami, and my topic on my master's is on the Singapore relation with the Ottoman Empire. I think you know about Ottoman Empire, right, you guys?
Yes.
You know Ottoman Empire, right? You guys? Do you know anything about the Ottoman Empire?
I've heard of them.
Are you there?
Can you hear me?
الدولة العثمانية. Ottoman
Yes.
is الدولة العثمانية. وهذه البث عن الدولة العثمانية والسنغافور على سياسي. And I graduated from Turkish University, Çukurova University, and this is my faculty of theology is Usuluddin. Usuluddin. Yeah, I used to be a teacher in my old school, which is Madrasah Tanjong. Madrasah is the religious school in Singapore, and then I work as a research assistant in the Singapore National Archives and the Ottoman Archives. Ottoman is I need to research on the Ottoman papers, everything. Yeah, that's all from me. So, can we start now, guys? Just a little bit about me, all right? So, I think we can start now on this one, on a little bit about Singapore. I think you know, do you know about Singapore, guys? Okay, this is all about Singapore. So this is, I think Thailand is somewhere here, Malaysia is here. So Singapore is just a small island over here. I think Phuket is even bigger than Singapore, probably. So these are the population. So in Singapore, we speak 4 languages. Like for me, I only speak Malay and English. Some of them from the Chinese, they speak Mandarin and English, while the Indian, they speak Tamil and English. But then the national language is Malay. So this is an ethnic group. 75%, 80% Chinese, 15% Malay. Malay means Muslim, Chinese doesn't mean, okay, all these things. Religion is, all these are religion, all right? I think, okay, so this is our president and this is our prime minister. Yeah. And let's start now, all right? About smart nation. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So, like, I want to ask you guys, like, you know, what's the main? I want to ask you before I start my presentation. I want to ask you guys, tell me the reason why Singapore embraces technology? Why do we need to have a smart nation? Give me some reason which you guys may think of. Can you give any reason? Just any reason you think. Abdul Hadi, give me some reason which you think that's why Singapore embraces smart nation. Is it because of trend or is it because of it's cool? Why is it? Tell me reason which you can think about.
Why you need to be smart nation?
Yeah. Why? I'm asking you. Give me some reason. Which you think?
Maybe-
Let's think. Why?
Maybe because it's a small
country and
Small
different
country.
culture.
Okay.
They
Other
have
than
different
that,
culture.
other than that, Abdul Hadi, what is it? I can see you here. Hey, Abdul Hadi.
yes.
Other than that, yeah. So small. Abdul Hadi says because of small country, different culture. What about this Mukhlis Miraya? Tell me the reason why Singapore embrace technology. Are you there, Mukhlis? Hello, can you hear me? I think Mukhlis is busy, probably. So let me ask Nur Suraida Tahe. So tell me the reason why do Singapore embrace technology? Tell me one reason which you think about. There must be a reason behind everything, right? Or motivations. Are you guys sleeping?
Okay, I will translate to them.
Okay.
อาจารย์พอดีเพื่อนเราถามว่าทำไมสิงคโปร์ถึงต้องการการพัฒนาทางด้านเทคโนโลยีพอจะมีเหตุผลที่เราคิดว่ามันสมเหตุสมผลไหมหมายถึงว่าทำไมเขาถึงต้องการพัฒนาทางด้านเทคโนโลยีเมื่อกี้เพื่อนเขาถามว่าถามนุชสุไรดาอยู่ไหม
อยู่ค่ะอาจารย์
โอเคเราตอบ Okay, Ms. Raida is still with us, so she will answer.
Okay.
Ah. ไม่รู้เหมือนกันอาจารย์
She said she doesn't know. She don't know
Okay.
why.
She doesn't
have
know the
idea.
reason. The reason. All right. So Abdul Hadi Sasor shared that it's because Singapore is a small country with multicultural. Yeah, it's partly true actually.
Okay, someone raised hand.
Loe.
Okay.
Loe, is it? What's your name? Loe?
Can I answer the question?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, let me introduce myself first. I'm actually Abbas Langpute. I'm actually an ex-IT department because I just graduated. The reason why that Singapore needs to, embrace the technology is that this is my opinion. I think technology means technology, and then internet. Interconnection between many things, like from many sides, for example, from that department and this department. I think it's a very, that's why we need technology, because it connects people together. That's the first thing. And then the next one, and then technology is you see. Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then
technology.
like what we are doing now is an online conference, right? So this is actually a one technology, because it connects people together and then in a real-time environment. So I think it's very great, because of the COVID pandemics and everything. See, this is where technology benefits us. Thank you.
Okay, I think it's good. Like for Abdul Hadi, he said that it's about multicultural, and Lois is about real-time connecting people. But then the question is, why Singapore embrace it? That's the question.
Maybe because the technology makes them helps them be compatible with other nations.
Yes, this is the right answer I'm waiting for. Thank you. Congratulations.
Because it's maybe have less resources than other nations, so they have to embrace it differently, like from the smart perspective.
Yes. Congratulations. Yeah, this is the right answer. The rest is right, but it's partially true. But then give the perfect answer, in which, like, Singapore is a very small nation. It's smaller than Phuket. So if Singapore doesn't embrace technology, what will happen is Singapore will lose economical benefits, and they will lose to other countries like Hong Kong or Taiwan. You understand me, right? So for that reason, Singapore need to embrace technology so that they can remain competitive in the business world. In other words, like, because of economy, Singapore embraces technology. All right? You understand the reason, right now? Yeah. So example, let's put an example, okay? let's say Singapore doesn't embrace this technology, what will happen is like all businesses right now in Singapore, example like Google, or maybe like these companies like Google or Facebook or it's not Snapchat, but then TikTok, all their headquarters are in Singapore today. But let's say Singapore doesn't embrace technology, all those companies right now will transfer to Hong Kong or Taiwan or Korea. For that reason, Singapore need to embrace technology so that all the big companies will come to Singapore and invest and make Singapore as their hub for business and technology. All right. So that's the main reason Singapore embraces technology. Do you understand me, right, you guys?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it.
Okay. Do you have any now? Do you have any questions? Are you clear with all this thing?
Clear.
Right now, I explained to you the reason
Yes,
Singapore
clear.
embraces technology. So, do you have any other questions for now? Is it clear? Okay. Okay. So let me ask you, like, when we talk about technology, it's a big term. It's a very big term. There's like AI, they have info technology, biotechnology. So what is Singapore really focusing on? All right. That's the question. So Singapore, in order to embrace technology, Singapore wanted to become a smart nation. So they focus on the four main sectors. If you can see on the screen, Singapore wants to transform the transportation sector, the education sector, the finance sector, and the urban solution sector. So these are the four main sector which Singapore really wants to reform their city, their country. All right. So they are the four things which they want to transform and to become a smart nation. Okay. So let's start from transportation first. Okay. So this is what the smart nation looks like. Can you see in the picture? There's a bus or a shuttle bus. Right now, Singapore is trying to make a shuttle bus which is autonomous vehicles. There's no driver. There's only buses which will move around Singapore without any drivers. All right. So the question is, let me ask, who's this guy? Abdul Rahman Muhammad Sal. Okay. Are you there, Abdul Rahman?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So I want to ask you, Abdul Rahman. Let's think. Why do Singapore needs an autonomous bus? Why? Tell me a reason which you can think of.
Maybe because it will help some people, like elderly people who cannot drive, and also can make the life easier.
Okay, but we can but then isn't it dangerous? You say it's elderly, right? But then if you to make the elderly to ride on the bus or autonomous bus, isn't it dangerous for the elderly? No one will help them to carry into the bus.
Yes.
You understand me, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so okay, so let me ask, where's this? I can see some name. Haroming Chemo. Haroming. Are you there, Haroming? Haroming, are you there? I think Haroming is sleeping, I guess. Hello, can you hear me? Mat Fatani left the meeting. So let me ask Mitor. Mitor, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I want to ask you, Mitor, why do you think Singapore need an autonomous bus? Give me one reason why.
To make transportation more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So right now, okay, thank you guys, Mitor and the other guys. So right now in Singapore, right now, not only autonomous bus is launching in Singapore. Right now, we also have like autonomous shuttle bus here. Can you see? It's for we call it like a cabby to move around the tourist spots. But we also have this called autonomous trucks. Can you see these trucks for construction site? Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, so actually, let me tell you something. The main reason Singapore really embraced these autonomous vehicles like trucks, buses, cars, all these things, there's one reason. Do you know that Singapore population is very small? You know that, right? You guys know that, right? Mitor?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
So what happened is like we most of those job like driving or construction, like bus drivers, all those jobs are right now being controlled, but not controlled, but then we imported workers from China or from Bangladesh to come to Singapore and work as in these sectors, all right? In these autonomous vehicle sectors, as a driver, as a bus driver, as a taxi driver. You understand me, right? So right now, the reason we embrace these autonomous vehicles is because we don't want to depend on foreign labors. You understand what's foreign labors, right?
People from outside.
Yeah, foreigners. So because like, look, today what happened in during COVID is right now, there's no foreigners left in Singapore. There's very less foreigners. So every project is being halted. For that reason, we don't want to depend on foreign labors. In order not to depend on foreign labors, right now, what we do is we will try to launch these autonomous buses and autonomous vehicle trucks, so that in the future we will not depend on foreign labors to work in these sectors. All right. For that reason, it's very important for Singapore to embrace technology. Okay, you guys, are you clear on this thing? Okay.
Clear.
Okay. So so this is on the, we call it smart nation on transportation. So the second thing which Singapore wants to transform is on education. Okay. So let me ask this. Nur Suraida Tahe. Are you there, Nur Suraida? Hello? Nur Suraida, are you there? Or maybe, are you there? I think Nur Suraida is sleeping again.
Yeah, maybe you can continue your slide first, and then we will start the
อาจารย์
discussion
ข้าม
later.
คนอื่นก่อนอาจารย์
โอเคตอนนี้เพื่อนเขาถามว่าทำไมสิงคโปร์ต้องใช้เทคโนโลยีในด้านการศึกษา Okay, maybe you can ask someone else first. She is thinking about the answer.
No, Suraida, yeah, so funny. Okay, so let me ask. There's two Hassan. There's three Hassan. Hassan Z has four Hassan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hassan Samia. Hassan Samia, are you there, Hassan Samia?
Yeah.
Okay, so Hassan, I want to ask you, like, how do you foresee, or how do you envisage, or how do you imagine how is smart technology will improve education sector? Tell me. What can you imagine of?
Maybe easy to study.
Sorry, pardon me. Hassan, are you there? Okay, so let me go to Haroming. Are you there, Haroming?
Yeah.
Okay, so Haroming, let's say I will pose you a question. Let's say you are the education minister. How will you? Okay, do you speak Malay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Andai kata Haroming adalah seorang menteri pendidikan, bagaimana Haroming mahu merubah pendidikan menggunakan teknologi? Cuba bayangkan. You understand my Malay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just speak in Malay if you are comfortable with that.
Now, the situation of COVID-19, we cannot to learn in the room, and we can learn in the use technology. The technology bukan mean or something.
Through online learning.
Through online, yeah. This is called online.
Okay, I got it. So you like right now we are doing is online learning. Actually, now currently we are doing is online learning, right? So
This
okay,
is our
thank you,
situation.
Yeah. So let me tell. Okay, thank you, Haroming. Thank you so much. Okay, so what happened is Singapore wanted to become a smart nation using technology. They want to reform the education sector. I know. So what happened is right now in Singapore they create these applications called the Parents Gateway. Can you see that? This application was being created by the Ministry of Education Singapore. So this application is really important, in which, like, example, you Haroming, you transfer from you school in Phuket and then you transfer to Bangkok. So all those data you cannot transfer it to Bangkok easily, right? Isn't it? Example, your academic data.
Let I explain your example.
yeah
สมมติว่าโอเคสมมติว่าเรามีข้อมูลของเราเนี่ยเราเรียนอยู่ที่มหาลัยหนึ่งนะเสร็จแล้วเราก็เราเรียนอยู่ที่โรงเรียนน้องๆของเราเรียนอยู่ที่โรงเรียนหนึ่งแต่ว่าอยู่ๆเราก็ต้องย้ายโรงเรียนไปที่อื่นเราสามารถโรงเรียนปลายทางที่เราจะย้ายเนี่ยไม่สามารถที่จะเอาข้อมูลเขาถามว่าเราโรงเรียนปลายทางที่เราย้ายเนี่ยสามารถเอาข้อมูลเก่าโรงเรียนเราได้ไหมประมาณนี้
เข้าใจ
โอเคเขาถามว่าได้เขาถามว่าได้ไหมประมาณนี้
yes ถ้าเป็นที่ไทยก็สามารถย้ายหน่วยกิจได้ Thailand we can to move credit
Okay. So for that reason, Haroming, what happened is, like in Singapore right now, example, a student from one school transferred to another school, all the academic credentials will be posted in the application, so that when they transfer to another school, they can transfer the academic credentials easily through this app. Okay?
Okay. Let's explain. ตอนนี้ในสิงคโปร์ก็คือว่าเขาใช้แอปในการจัดเก็บข้อมูลของนักเรียนหรือว่านักศึกษาซึ่งมันสามารถเอาไปใช้เวลานักศึกษาเนี่ยที่ต้องการย้ายโอนไปมหาลัยอื่นหรือไม่ไปโรงเรียนอื่นเนี่ยก็คือเราโรงเรียนหรือว่าสามารถเนี่ยเอาข้อมูลจากแอปนั้นได้เลยโดยที่ไม่ต้องไปวุ่นวายเกี่ยวกับเอกสารต้องเดินเรื่องเอกสารเองทุกอย่างเหมือนที่ระบบเก่าก็คือว่าเราต้องมีกระดาษต้องมีเอกสารต้องมีสคริปต์ใช่ไหมแต่ว่าถ้ามีแอปสิงคโปร์ก็คือทำแอปอันนี้ขึ้นมาเพื่อเก็บข้อมูลการศึกษาของเราทั้งหมดเสร็จแล้วพอจะไปโรงเรียนปลายทางหรือว่าโรงเรียนที่เราจะย้ายก็สามารถเอาข้อมูลนั้นได้เลยไม่จำเป็นต้องไปทำเรื่องใหม่ Okay continue
Okay, do you understand, Haroming?
Yeah, I understand all about.
Okay, so okay, thank you so much, Haroming. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me ask Fatona Waibula. Are you there, Fatona? Fatuna?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you, Fatona.
Like,
do you prefer me to speak in Malay or English, Fatona?
English.
Okay.
English. Okay.
Malay
okay, it's good because I don't know Thai. All right. So what happened is like this. Okay. So Fatona, let me ask you. Example, you are the teacher. Okay, you are a teacher. You want to give homeworks to your students. Okay. How will you inform your the students' parents? How will you do it? Tell me.
ก็ถามพอตอนนั้นถามว่าถ้าเราเป็นครูหรือว่าเป็นอาจารย์เราต้องการจะให้งานหรือว่าการบ้านแก่นักศึกษาหรือว่านักเรียนเราส่วนใหญ่เราจะใช้สื่ออะไรจะเป็นตัวกลางในการให้งาน
เป็นส่วนใหญ่ถ้าเขาเรียกอะไรมันเด็กจะโต้ตอบได้อะก็เป็นเกมในคลาสมากกว่าแต่ถ้า
อาจารย์จะให้งานปกติอาจารย์จะให้งานผ่านอะไรเลย
ผ่าน Google Classroom
So normally most of university or school here teacher or lecturers are using Google Classroom to give their homework to their students.
Okay, Fatuna, I want to ask you like this. Okay, the teacher can give the homework to the kids using Google Classroom, but then how can the teacher inform the parents that the kid has homework?
สมมติว่าอาจารย์หรือว่านักศึกษาในนี้ครูแล้วกันว่าครูสามารถให้การบ้านเด็กได้แต่ว่าครูจะทำยังไงให้ผู้ปกครองรู้ว่าลูกเขามีการบ้านมีงานนะ
ติดต่อผ่านกลุ่มแชทไลน์ถ้าในปัจจุบันที่มองเห็นในพื้นที่ของบ้านเรานะ
Okay, I got it.
Chat.
Need to make a group chat, isn't it, Fatuna?
Yes.
Okay, but then I want to ask you, Fatuna, one teacher, there's 30 students in one class. Okay, one teacher have 6 classes. Okay, so how many group chat can they do that? You understand me, right? For example, one teacher, they have like 10 classes. In one class, there's 30 students. 10 classes, 300 students. Means 300 parents. So how can the teacher interact with the parents with 300 students? You understand me, right?
Okay, understand. And for this app, help teacher to like a center, right?
Yeah, you are right.
Okay.
So like this. So example, like I'm the teacher, or maybe you are the teacher, Fatuna. I'm the parents of the, or example like Fatuna, you are the teacher. I'm the student, and Burhan is the parents. Example, you want to tell Burhan that I have homework or I've got letter to send, so you will just send notification through these applications, this parents gateway. Example, you want to tell that your student today will be out from school late, or there's activities. All of this can be done through these applications, and this application is for the whole school in Singapore, not only for one school, for the whole school. Okay, you understand me, right?
โอเคตอนนี้ก็คือกระทรวงศึกษาธิการของสิงคโปร์ก็ได้สร้างแอปพลิเคชันขึ้นมาชื่อว่า Parent Gateway ซึ่งแอปพลิเคชันเนี่ยสามารถมอนิเตอร์กิจการต่างๆของนักเรียนหรือไม่ลูกของเขาโดยที่โรงเรียนจะส่งข้อมูลต่างๆที่เขาให้งานอย่างเช่นงานต่างๆผ่านแอปพลิเคชันแล้วก็แอปพลิเคชันเนี่ยไม่ใช่ใช้แค่เฉพาะโรงเรียนเท่านั้น1โรงเรียนเท่านั้นทั้งสิงคโปร์เนี่ยใช้แอปพลิเคชันเดียวกันโอเค Syafiq.
Okay, so Fatuna, you can see this all announcement in school, activities of the kids, official announcement, activities for the multiple activities for kids, all will be announced through this application and will be informed to the parents by the teachers. All right, so this is the thing. Can you see early dismissal this week, if they will need to go to school early, if they need to leave the school early, everything. So all this notification will be shared with the parents, so the parents can keep track of the children's performance directly. All right, thank you, Fatuna.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so let me ask who's okay, Sharif, is it Sharif Damuso?
Yeah.
Are you there? Your name is Sharif or Sharif?
Sharif.
Okay, Sharif. All right, Sharif. So can you look at my screen now? Can you see automated meter reading? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, Sharif, I want to ask you, like, how can I say? Are you there? Hello?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so I want to ask you, Sharif, like, how do you know your utility bills monthly? How do you know that? How do you keep track of your utility bills? Utility bills, what is it, Bang Burhan, in Thailand?
ใบเสร็จต่างๆค่าอะไรนะใบเสร็จเกี่ยวอันนี้ก็คือตัวอย่างใบเสร็จเขาถามว่าเราจะรู้ได้ไงว่าเราใช้ใบเสร็จของเราในแต่ละเดือนเนี่ยเราจะรู้ได้ไงว่าเราใช้น้ำหรือว่าใช้ไฟยังไงโอเคชาริฟเขาถามว่าเราจะรู้ได้ไงว่าเราใช้น้ำไปเท่าไหร่เลยประมาณนี้อย่างเช่นที่เขายกตัวอย่างมา
ถ้าถามตามในการตามสภาพที่เป็นอยู่ก็จะมีคนมาอะไรมาให้ใบเสร็จอะไรเงี้ยก็คือตามไฟฟ้าก็คือให้ใบเสร็จมาคือไม่มีบางคนก็ใช้แอปแต่ส่วนใหญ่ก็จะเป็นการส่งใบเสร็จหรือว่าค่าใช้จ่ายทางเนี่ยไปรษณีย์
Normally we receive receipt from the what we call it water
government bodies.
Yes.
Okay, so let me tell you guys. In Singapore right now, what happened is like we can track our bills, water, electricity, on the right time. Can you see this device here? Can you see this device here, you guys? So this is the utility bills, just like this water bill. So this device is attached to this pipe, so that when we download this application, can you see this application, right? I think what is this? Okay, can you see this application here? So that's an application in which like we can track our water bill every day, every second. Can you see what we have? How the usage we have done. So this is how we call it real-time information, in which we can, there's alerts. Like example, like if we use the electricity massively this month, so that we can save it next month. Can you see the statistics here? Can you see that, right? So this is the usage we are using it. Can you see this usage? These are the graph we use monthly. All right. Okay. So I want to ask you, Ayat, do you think this information very important? Or maybe I want to ask you like this: why do you think this information very important?
It's less time consuming. You can reach to this information in a much higher speed. Like if you do it in the traditional way, you have to go to see the empire, and it will take much time. So this is it's much easier and faster.
Okay, so actually the main reason is like this. Okay, have you ever encountered in which like suddenly the utility bills or the water bills increase massively because there's a leakage of water? Do you ever encounter such incident before yet?
Yes.
So say, yeah. So you haven't encountered. So you will only know the water leakage at the end of the month, aren't you? Yet.
Right.
So for that reason, Singapore created this meter. Can you see this meter, this device, and this application, so that when there's a water leakage, there will be notifications. Can you see all these notifications? Suddenly, you use like there's a massive amount of water being used, so that they will notify you, and then you can tell the governments or the water agencies that they need to repair the water leakage. So this is really important, so that we don't waste water. All right. So this is how we use technology in order to prevent water leakage or prevent any other problems regarding water and electricity. All right. You understand, you guys? So this is how Smart Nation looks like.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is how Smart Nation looks like. Okay. So thank you, Ayat. So let me ask Sharif. Let me ask. There's a guy named Abbas Langputeh. Are you there, Abbas?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Abbas. Do you prefer me to speak in Malay or English, Abbas?
I prefer English. Yes.
Okay. So I want to ask you, Abbas, why do you think Singapore using drone to prevent dengue?
Back in the day when I was in primary school, there is this powder. It looks like sand. And then we used to pour these sands into the drainage around schools, so to prevent the pembiakan nyamuk. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think why they use drones is maybe because they can spread these powders all over the place to prevent the eggs of the mosquito
dengue.
to prevent it from being born.
Okay, I got it. So why do we use drone then? So why do you use drone? Like, where will they focus on the area?
They can just fly, and then they can release the powder everywhere instead of manually I think it's more energy efficient, and then it's more energy efficient, and then I think it's more thorough, I think, because drone we can see many areas that are uncovered sometimes, and then with a drone we can see the whole area. That's what I mean.
Okay. Yeah, you are absolutely right. Thank you, Abbas Langputeh. Your surname is Langputeh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, that's a nice name, Langputeh. Okay, so let me tell you.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me tell you, Abbas, Like in Singapore, the building are high rises building. Like they have tall buildings everywhere, so we cannot climb everywhere. For that reason, we need, in order to prevent the breed of dengue in high rises, so we use drones so that, as you say, Lang Puteh, we will equip these drones with this sense to prevent the breeding ground for the dengue. Example, like, you know, high-rise building, 34 stories, 34-story building. How can we reach there? So we use this drone to stop the breeding of dengue. So can you see this one? This is example.
Yep.
This is the drone we are using. So so we cannot climb all those high-rise building every day. So we use drone to prevent dengue. All right. Thank you, Abbas Lang Puteh.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So let me ask Sharif. I ask Hassan. Mai. Is your name Mai?
Syafiq, can you go to drone again?
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Drone. Yeah.
Okay. ตอนนี้ก็คือเพื่อนก็อธิบายว่าทำไมสิงคโปร์ถึงต้องใช้โดรนในการอะไรนะในการป้องกันไข้หวัดอะไรนะไข้หวัดยุงลายใช่ไหมอับบาส
เขาเรียกว่า
อะไรนะ
ไข้หวัดยุงไม่จัน
เรียกว่าการแพร่ของ
ยุงลายอยู่
ยุงลาย
ใช่ไหม
ไข้เลือดออก
ขอบคุณครับใครพอตอนนั้นใช่ไหมไข้เลือดออกโดยการใช้โดรนเพราะว่าสิงคโปร์มันจะมีอาคารที่มันสูงที่มีหลายชั้นก็คือเราไม่สามารถฉีดเข้าไปถึงได้แล้วก็เขาก็ต้องใช้โดรนในการฉีดยาฆ่ายุงลายแล้วก็เป็นหนึ่งในนวัตกรรมที่สิงคโปร์ใช้อยู่ครับผม please continue
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let me ask Mariam D. Are you there, Mariam D?
Yes.
Mariam? Okay. Do you prefer me to speak in English or Malay?
English.
Okay, so Mariam, let's say you have your grandparents, your grandfather and your grandmother live in a different city or different house. How will you monitor them using technology? You understand me?
Yeah.
Okay, how will you monitor them? Are they using good or are they living? How will you monitor them?
Teacher ช่วยแปลให้หน่อยค่ะ
โอเคหมายความว่าถ้าเกิดว่าเราไปทำงานอยู่ไกลๆใช่ไหมแล้วก็เรามีผู้ใหญ่อยู่ที่บ้านแล้วก็เพื่อนก็ถามว่าเราจะดูแลเขายังไงเช่นเขายกตัวอย่างมาเขาเหมือนว่าเราไปทำงานที่อยู่ต่างจังหวัดอะไรประมาณนี้แล้วก็มีผู้ใหญ่มีผู้สูงอายุอยู่ที่บ้านปกติแล้วเราจะดูแลเขายังไงเอ่ยโทรหาเขาไหมหรือว่าไลน์หรือว่ายังไงเอ่ย
ตั้งวงจรปิดที่บ้าน
She answered she has CCTV at home.
Okay, that's good, Mariam. So I want to ask you, don't you feel scared when you have a CCTV at home and then your privacy of your grandparents are being exposed to everyone? Isn't it dangerous?
Yes. Make it private.
So, how is it?
Make it private.
Okay, but then although you say you can make it private, but then don't you think it's like you are jeopardizing your grandparents' privacy, your lifestyle? You are being watched 24 hours. Don't you think that is inhuman? You understand me, right?
Maybe not everywhere. Yeah. Maybe not everywhere. Just only put in one place, for living room, maybe.
Okay, so let's say you say that you put it in living room, but then the accident happened. Example for grandparents, they usually we call it they fell in the toilets. How will you know that she's okay in the toilet or in the bath in the bedroom? How is it now?
By voice.
Huh?
By voice, maybe.
Right? How? Example, you are in the toilet and you fall like this, and then
call them, contact with them.
Okay. Do you know that like the grandparents, they are very slow and they are weak. When they fall from the toilet, they cannot call you. Maybe after they are injured. So how will you know on the right time that they are okay? How will you solve that problem? Tell me.
I have to back and living with them. I don't know.
Oh, okay. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. So okay, let me tell you, Maria. In Singapore, we have this thing called like HDB Smart Enabled Home. Okay, this Smart Enabled Home is for elderly, in which like they stay alone because like Singapore population made out of 15% the senior citizens. Okay, so what happened is we have this thing called like can you see this? 1 minute. Okay, so this is like all these are sensory system. Can you see motion sensory? Can you see this, Mariam?
Yes.
Okay, one door sensory. This is panic buttons. Okay, so what happened is like instead of putting CCTV, which will jeopardize their privacy, we just put a motion sensor in like in a living room or in a toilet, and then if anything happened, there's no cameras, no drilling. So what happened is like example, in the toilet, okay, or your grandfather will put on this. You see this mobile panic button. Example, if they were to fall in a toilet, they will just press this button, and then this gateway will send information to the hospital or police or the kids that they are in danger in toilets. You know what I'm trying to say? Okay. So let's say like in the house there's no movement. What does that mean, Mariam? Like there's no movement for 24 hours. What does that mean?
That means maybe something happened at the house.
Means like probably they die, isn't it? Our grandparents passed away, probably, isn't it? Okay, so when there's no motion, this gateway, can you see this gateway will send information straight to the hospital or to the kids that please check your grandmother, please check your mother. Okay, so that's how things work. You understand me, right, Mariam? Okay, I think can we really play the video here? Burhan, Mr. Burhan, can we play the video here? I think we can.
Yes, you can click directly.
Yes. You can play. I think it's playing now. Okay, I think that's all for the video. Okay. Okay, so let's back to the slide here. Can you see the slide, you guys?
Yes.
Okay, so just now we have talked about how smart home looks like, everything. So this is the full landscape of how it's gonna be in Singapore. Can you see this one? Can you see? So these are the sectors. Example, like, can you see my info? This side is example you want to apply for any jobs or everything. All your info will be pre-filled in the system. All right. Can you see this? We call it for this. This is all for exercise, in which like they will track you how frequent do you exercise and your healthy lifestyle. And do you see this guy? Do you see this thing? Pay now. Can you see this one? Can you see this one? Pay now.
Yes, yes. You can see.
Okay. So what happened is like this. PayNow is a system where it's like a bank in which you transfer money. So I think I did together with Burhan, in which like we use this PayNow to transfer money from Singapore to Thailand. Example, like let me show, where's this? Let me go through for a while. Do you put it? This is the one. So can you see this one? So this is the PayNow, which we can transfer money from Singapore to Thailand just using phone number. So this is going to happen. Like this is transfer money. I just will enter Mr. Burhan's phone number, the amount from Thailand baht to Singapore dollars. So we just transfer money in just 1 second, because this is they work together with Siam Commercial Bank and Singapore Bank, Bangkok Bank. So that's how we transfer money using technology. We don't need to go to Western Union or everything else. Right now we just transfer bank directly using phone number, not using not using a bank number. Okay. So let me start with. Okay.
Yes,
I think that's all for the Smart Living Singapore. So slowly we go to the Islamic activities in Singapore for da'wah. Okay. So let me ask. Okay, I did ask Mariam. I saw a guy named Taufik Jahleng. Are you there, Taufik?
Yes.
Okay, Taufik. Let me ask you something. How will you use technology to spread da'wah?
เราจะเพื่อนถามว่าเราจะใช้เทคโนโลยีในการดะวะห์อย่างไร
ภาษาอังกฤษใช่ไหมอาจารย์
ครับผม
Maybe nowadays we have a lot of application such as Facebook, IG, Twitter, and if you don't want to create your app, you just post on your Facebook or Instagram.
Okay, yes. Thank you. Okay, but then Taufik, I want to ask you, Taufik, like using Facebook or everything, you got the chance to learn from like all over the world scholars, Islamic scholars. But then how do you want to connect all the scholars in Thailand, Islamic scholars in Thailand, into one platform? Do you have any idea?
Okay. I don't know. Maybe you create for one app and put how I say.
If you can speak in Malay. If it's fine for me.
You create one group, and you can. Who know about Islamic? And then, I know. ภาษาไทยได้ไหมอาจารย์มลายู
ได้มาลายู
Melayu
buat satu grup untuk siapa tahu about Islamic and sharing about Islamic on the group.
Okay, buat satu grup. Betul tak Taufik?
Yes.
Buat satu grup. Taufik cakap buat satu grup kan? Betul tak?
Yes.
Okay, betul. Okay, betul, tapi tak tepat sangat. Okay, let's back to English then. Okay, what Singapore did in order to unite all the Islamic scholars in Singapore into one platform, Singapore created this thing called Muslim.sg. This application, can you see? This Muslim.sg. Can you see that, right? Okay. This is an application where this is a website in which, like, in this application, we can learn everything about Islam and the scholars in Singapore. Example, let's have a look. Let's have a look how is Muslim.sg looks like. Okay, let's have a look for a while. Okay, let me show you. So this is a website where we learn Muslims in Singapore uses technology to learn about Islam. Okay, so in this Muslim.sg, can you see? Okay, so in this website muslim.sg we can learn. Example, I will show you. This is donations. Can you see this donation? Not this one, but let me close it. Okay, so this is the donation. We can donate to this madrasah or the Imam Hatib in Singapore using this platform. Okay, can you see this? So let's press 1, and then you will see that we can, in Singapore there's six Islamic schools, so we can donate them using this platform. Let me show you. I think it's a little bit too late, but it's okay. Okay, so besides that, we can 1 minute, we can support the mosque there. We can donate to the mosque. Let me press 1. Let me wait for a while. I think the internet is slow here, I guess. And besides that, also we can know where's the nearest mosque in here. Let me show you. You see, we can find asatiza. We can find we call it scholars. Which one? We can find the halal makan places, halal eating places. We can find mosques, the nearest mosque or musalla nearing to us. Everything we can find here, and we can also register for classes here. And you can read articles, religious articles here. Okay, this is how Singapore scholars we donate together, and we work together to have a unite platform so that Singaporeans they can access to Islamic informations easily. So this is the madrasah in Singapore. Can you see? So we can just press donate now, and then is everything there. We can just key in everything, and then we can donate easily, just like that. Okay. Besides that, we also have this thing called example. This is our masjid is the mosques. There's like 70 mosques in Singapore. So all these mosques, they have this donations, everything. But let me show you something. One thing unique about this mosque is like this. Let me show you. Donations. Let me press donations. There's transparency in this donation. 1 minute. Okay, this is the one. Let me show you. Okay, can you see this page, right? Donates. You guys, can you see that? Hello?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so usually what we do the traditional ways when we donate to the mosque, we don't know what happened to the money, right? We don't see the transparency. But unlike Singapore, when we donate to the mosque, we can see the names. Example like 1 minute. Where is it, Burhan? Is it? Okay, I saw this. Can you see this one? Our donors. You can press this one, and then you can see all the information: who donates the money, how much they donate, when do they donate. They can see the transparency. So when there's transparency, people will trust you more. Can you see? This is, you see this example. This guy donated $10, or maybe some guys put some names there. Can you see? All these are the amount of money they donated, and there's transparency. Let me show you. So example, this lady, her name is KU, says she donated $20. So that's how things works in Singapore. So example, like this guy, he donated $10, just like this, so that when there's transparency, people want to donate more, and people trust the mosque that there's transparency for the mosque. Unlike the traditional way, this using technology, we can know the donation and who are the donors, and it's really important because this is all regarding money and amana. So for that reason, transparency is really important. So this is how Singapore using technology to do da'wah. And besides that, this is the thing for the madrasah. The same thing. So this is where articles, you can read religious articles. You can read everything here. You can find asatiza here. You can find religious articles. Almost everything is here. So this is more about Islamic activities there in Singapore. So I want to ask. Let me ask. Who can I ask now? Let me ask Tawfira Tahir, she's busy. Mariam, she's busy. Fatona Waibula. Are you there, Fatona?
Yeah.
There's a message. There's a message. 1 minute. Are you there, Fatona? Are you there, Fatona?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to ask you, Fatona. A minute. Okay. So let's go to this slide first. Okay, Fatona. So I want to ask you, how do you listen to religious or Islamic lectures now?
แปลว่าอะไรอาจารย์
เพื่อนก็ถามว่าเราฟังบรรยายเกี่ยวกับศาสนาได้ทางไหนบ้างปกติเราฟังการบรรยาย yes Facebook Live
Facebook Live. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Fatana. So what happened in Singapore? But then I want to ask you, Fatana, how often do you use YouTube? How often?
ไม่ค่อยบ่อยอ่ะ
What is it?
She said it's not often.
Just
It's not often. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But how often do you watch TV? Fatana, how often do you watch TV?
TV no.
Not so often, right?
Yes.
Okay. So for that reason, in order to preach and to do da'wah, what Singapore did is right now they create this channel, this YouTube channel. Can you see this? Salam SG TV, so that those who, like for youngsters like us, who we seldom watch TV for Islamic lectures, so we will subscribe to this Salam SG TV so that we can listen to lectures, Islamic lectures. And while we watch TV or watch YouTube, we can also browse through to this channel, salam.sg TV. Okay. So, but besides that, like, do you often listen to podcasts, Fatona?
Huh?
Do you often listen to podcasts?
Podcast? No, I don't like.
You don't like it. Okay. So, but then do you watch talk show? Do you watch talk show?
No.
No. Okay.
Like
I think
see
no.
YouTube.
Okay. I think. Okay. So what happened is like that. I want to ask you, Fatona. Do you prefer to? Okay. Let's be frank, Fatona. Do you prefer to watch we call it relaxed talk show or serious talk show?
Relax.
So what happened is in Singapore, using this Islam Muslim.sg, from here you can see in this most here is this website. Later I will show it to you. This website is there is like a talk show. There's a talk show, but it's in the form of 1 minute. It's in the form of podcast, in which like you will listen to podcasters and radios about religion, but in a relaxed form. It's not about not the serious lecture, but there's going to be two scholars. They will talk together, but then it's relaxed. Okay, so people will get the message of Islam, but they don't feel too stressed out. Okay, do you understand me, Fatona? Example, like let me show you. Okay. 1 minute. Where is this? Is it Muslim.sg? Yeah, I think it's this one. Okay, this is all. This is, where is this? 1 minute. Is it Muslim.sg or our Madrasah? I think it's Muslim.sg. Fine, Al-Satiza. Can you see this one? Example. So this is how Singapore usually engage and spread. So this they use Instagram, everything. They will ask. You can ask any question, and these are the local asatiza. Like this Ustaz Ridwan. People, you can just ask using Instagram, and they will answer you using Instagram stories, everything. You see, they use Instagram to spread. Okay, example, what is true success of Islam? People can ask them, and then they will reply in a relaxed way instead of having a long lecture. Just want a precise answer, short and precise. Okay, you understand me, right? Okay. Okay, thank you, Fatona. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me ask. Abdul Hadi. No, Abdul Hadi, I did ask. Who is Sahar Alamodi? Sahar, are you there, Sahar?
Yes.
Okay, Sahar. Okay, I want to ask you, like, what do you think about this prayer booking form? Tell me, what's the idea behind this? Make a guess, Sahar. Are you there, Sahar?
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Okay, make a guess. What is this about? This prayer booking form? Can you see? What is it about, actually?
It's like a wallet from it.
Okay, but what's the
File?
purpose? Make a guess. The hint is COVID. So what's the purpose of this prayer booking form?
It's like check booking.
Yeah, kind of.
For
Okay,
prayer?
let me tell you. Yeah, you are partially right. So let me tell you something. I think I don't know in Fatani, is the mall still closed or is it open?
Close it.
Closed, right? So
Yeah.
so how do you pray for Friday, or how do you pray for Eidul Adha and Eidul Mubarak? How do you pray for the Eid prayers? You pray at home, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, probably. I think you pray
It's
at home
like
because
a
it's closed.
reserve a seat for prayer.
Uh-huh.
Reserve a seat for prayer.
Yeah, this is for praying. Example, like we cannot close the mosque like for 2 years. It's impossible, isn't it? What's your name? Sahar, isn't it? It's
Yes.
impossible to pray. Like example, the challenge is like this: we cannot close the mosque for 2 years. At the same time, we cannot make people happy for Muslims to close to not
It's a
go to the mosque for 2
reserve,
years.
right?
Yeah, this is for reserve. Example, like in one mosque, they can only occupy for like 40 congregations. So like anyone, like in Singapore, if you want to go to a mosque, you need to get a booking form. So the reason is to prevent people from spreading virus, this COVID, okay, in the mosque. And we want to,
Do you ask me give you example for this one?
yeah, okay. I want to ask you, right? Do you think this thing is good? Is it better to close the mosque for 2 years or making this thing, such system, which is better?
Again?
Do you think is it okay to close mosque for 2 years?
اسمع واحد يترجم.
Do you speak Malay, right, Sahar?
No, Arabic.
Okay. أي شيء أفضل إذا لهذا البوكينج أو كيف تعمل لتايلاند أو سنغافورة؟
لا.
أي شيء أفضل لتايلاند أو سنغافورة؟
على حسب.
على حسب.
It's like what depend.
لأن هذا الواجب لكل مسلم لزيارة المسجد خصوصا لصلاة الجمعة وصلاة العيد الفطر. بسبب كوفيد نجيب أن لا ندخل المسجد لمدة سنتين. هذا صح؟
صحيح.
ولكن هذا غير الصحيح عند الإسلام.
إذا كان للضرورة فيصبح صحيح ممكن.
إذا هذه الضرورة طول 3 سنوات أو 10 سنوات كيف تعمل هذه المشكلة؟
from online to reserve. Make order.
For that reason, yeah, that's the answer I want to hear from you. Thank you. You are so bright, Sahar. You are so bright. So for that reason, Singapore government and we call it like we have this Singapore authority in Thailand. They have this what do you call it? Sheikh Islam, isn't it? In Thailand they have this Sheikh Islam. In Singapore we have this Mufti. So we say that we cannot close mosque for 2 years. It's impossible. We don't know when this COVID ends. Probably going to end in 5 years. We cannot close the mosque for 5 years. It's impossible. People need religion, isn't it, Sahar?
Sorry?
People need religion. People need to pray. You need to go mosque. You cannot close mosque for 5 years or 3 years. It's impossible. It's illogical, isn't it, Sahar?
Yes, but because we need to live with Corona.
For that reason, in order to prevent mosque from closing down, what Singapore did is using technology. When we use this prayer booking form, like example, like one mosque can accommodate 40 people, so they need to place a booking in the mosque for Friday prayer or for daily. Can you see these two options, daily and Friday? So if let's say this week you can get it, next week probably you will not able to get your position there because there's an algorithm there using your full name, your IC number, email, everything. Okay, so that is good. So that we are in balance. We don't close the mosque totally, but then we also don't allow it freedom. We don't allow it to move freely. For that reason, we have this booking form praying system. Okay, thank you, Sahar.
Welcome.
I think okay. Thank you, Sahar. So let me ask Mamdu Hai Hamam. Are you there, Mamdu? Mamdu, are you there? Mamdu? I think Mamdu is busy, I guess. How about, okay, thank you, Mamdu. Let me ask Mitorjia. Mitorjia, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, I want to ask you, like, do you think which is better to conduct zakat in the old traditional way or in the modern technological way in which we can just transfer money to the mosque? Which is better for you, Mitorjia?
Maybe modern technology.
Yeah, you're right. You see, according to the statistic here, can you see my screen? This is from 2016 to 2020, okay? In 2020, we started this COVID. So every year, with this accessibility to donate to the mosque, it increases from 38.2 million to 51.8 million. So people are though the fact that we feel with this COVID, with this technology of donations, easily, it increases. You see the statistics here. It's like last year it was 51.8 million. Probably next year it's gonna be like 60 million. So it's easy when you give people accessibility to donate easily. The donation will come easily. All right. So what's your name just now? What's your name just now? Mitor, is it? Okay. Okay, Mitor. I want to ask you, Mitor. So we are talking about technology. We are talking about we call it Islamic activities, and also how to spread da'wah. So tell me, how do you encourage asatiza or the ustaz to embrace technology? Can you give me any idea?
For me, maybe join halaqah online sometime.
Join halaqah online.
Yes.
Okay. How do you train the asatiza to engage in technology? Because like, do you know that asatiza usually they spend their time reading Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Sunan Ahmad bin Tarif. They don't know anything about technology that much. They know about Facebook, but then they don't know how to take a good angle about camera, everything. So how do you want to train them?
She said that we are using online platform.
Okay. So
Yes,
Mito, Mitojia.
Yes.
So do you think, okay, we can use, we call it online platform, but then the question is like, we don't want to become the user, we want to become the producer. So how can we train asatiza then?
Wait. Train.
Do you have any idea?
I don't have any idea now.
Okay, it's okay, no problem. Thank you, Mito. Okay, so what happened is, let me share with you guys. In order to train the next generation asatiza to become technological savvy, what happened is, like in Singapore right now, like those madrasah students or those studying in religious school, they learn programming. Like right now, this school, Madrasah Asagaf, can you see this one? In Singapore, they are being nominated as the Apple Distinguished School, in which like they learn basic Swift coding on iPads, and they are being equipped with iPads and everything. At the same time, they also learn about, from this program, they can learn about videography, they learn about algorithm, so that when they publish a short video, they have more viewers. So they learn all these new technologies. All right. Do you understand me, Mittorja?
Yes.
So what will happen? Like, do you think you will encourage this asatiza to become content creator?
Sorry?
Will you encourage asatiza or the religious teachers to become content creator? You understand me, right?
Yeah. Maybe I can encourage them to be like creator.
Yeah, because like when you example Mittoja, you are a religious student, you study in Fatona University in Islamic school, but then you are a content creator in Instagram or in Facebook or in TikTok. Okay, so when you are a content creator, you are spreading da'wah to them. But then in order to spread da'wah, also we need to understand what is you need to learn lighting, camerography, photography, videography, everything. Isn't it important? Isn't it, Mittojia?
Yes, it's important.
So that we can engage more audience, and then we can spread da'wah, because da'wah doesn't mean Islam. When you spread a good message and a good videos, you are spreading da'wah, because like moral is everything. Moral encompasses everything. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to ask, okay, thank you, Mittojia. I think this is the last. Okay, this is the last one. One of the last slide. Let me ask Muhammad Fatani. Muhammad Fatani, are you there? I think Muhammad Fatani is sleeping, I guess. How about Mamdu Hayi Hamam? Are you there, Mamdu? Mamdu, you are not there? Okay, so let me ask. I did ask Sahar Al Muhdi. Who did I didn't ask? Haroming Chemo, are you there, Haroming? Haroming? Guys, are you there?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, Haroming, are you Haroming?
Yes. Maybe Abbas. You can ask Abbas.
Abbas. Abbas
Okay.
Lang Putih. So Lang Putih. So should I address you as Abbas Lang Putih or Abbas? Which one do you prefer?
You can just call me Abbas.
Okay, Abbas. So I want to ask you, like, how do you example you are in the okay, example, you have been working as a police officer for like 40 years, okay? And then suddenly the technology, the economy start to change and embrace smart technology, smart nation, okay? Or maybe, have you been to Dubai before?
No, never.
Or okay, like the example, a guy, he works as a bus driver for 40 years, okay? Because of this autonomous vehicle, that he will become jobless, okay?
Yep.
So what will he do to sustain living?
I'd say
Dua. You need to pray. Allah. Paraver. Give money.
that's one
What will
way.
you do?
To be honest, I'm out of ideas because speaking of facts, when autonomous things are taking over, people will be jobless.
Yeah, that's the reality. That's the harsh reality.
That's the reality.
So
I think instead of putting him in a jobless position, I think the government can, appoint him as a manager because he works for over 40 years and he knows how the rules and everything works, right?
But Abbas, sorry to cut you off, but then if you were to put him as a manager, don't you think that AI, artificial intelligence, can control the other robots better than him?
I have to agree with you on that, but I think the reality is he will be jobless, and then I think that's the end of it. He cannot do anything about it. Yes,
okay,
but maybe but maybe there should be a compensation for him.
How long? If let's
I
say,
don't know.
Yeah. So let me tell you something, Abbas Langpute. In Singapore, can you see the screen? My screen now?
Yes.
So right now, can you see this one? Smart Nation Scholarship. Can you see this one?
Yes.
So what happened is this initiative is for retraining. Example, he used to become a bus driver for 20 years, and then because of autonomous, he become jobless. To prevent him to become jobless, government will give him scholarship to retrain himself into this smart nation. Maybe what he will do is to manage the vehicles, but then he and the artificial intelligence work together to manage all the vehicles so that he will not become jobless, and then he will get job. So this is the training they give, the smart nation scholarship, networking, technical training, mentorship, leadership, everything. And then at the end of the day, they will get job and maintain in the industry. This we call it a retraining initiative, so that they will not become jobless. It's not the end of him, okay, Abbas?
Okay.
That's the job.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is all the application. I think this is Health 365 is when you do exercise, your tracking, your feet, everything, your steps, everything is all being conducted like this. So Abbas, I want to ask you, Abbas, do you think what is about, Abbas?
Open search.
What is it about?
Online certificates.
Why is it important?
To obtain some skills are essential for us, right? For us, every human being. And then, but how do you approve something that you are master in? So with all the certificates, it's like a proof that you are a master at something, you are good at something. For example, if I say I'm a good driver, but without a license, it's contradicting. So, and then having this kind of open search, I think it's a very good platform, to gain together many certificates while you can, and then it's online. Yeah.
Not really that much. Sorry,
okay.
but then not really like this, Abbas. Let me tell you this. The problem with Singapore is like this. We have foreign workers coming from overseas. Okay, from China, from India, from Bangladesh, from Thailand, from Myanmar, from all over the world. But then how can we check the authenticity of the certificates? Because maybe they come with fake degrees, isn't it? You understand me, right? So for that reason, Singapore and OpenSet, they collaborate together so that they can check and verify your certificate. Is it true or is it authentic or not? And they are using the blockchain technology, in which you can never lie in a blockchain technology because it's been recorded every time. So right now, this is all the certificates. All these are the approved certificates, but then in the future they will add more. Okay. So what's the challenges, Abbas, for Singapore?
What?
Just now, why do Singapore? I want to ask you now. Why do Singapore encourage this open source? Why?
Because I think this time scams occur many places. Yes, and then they can just use some editing programs to make it,
Yes.
and then it looks valid, to be honest.
Yeah, and Singapore faces it a lot. When I say a lot, means a lot. Example, like some nation, they come to Singapore with a bogus university, which we don't know. So that's the reason we need to use this system so that they can never, we call it, take our job, and then they can never use fake certificates to obtain jobs. All right. I think that's all from me. These are all those useful apps. I think that. Thank you so much, guys. You have any question to ask me?
Thank you.
You guys, do you have any question to ask?
Okay, thank you, Brother Syafiq, for your presentation and sharing experience with us. Now we will open our session for those who have questions. You can raise your question, or if you would like to use mic, you can type your question here. You can type your question in box. Okay.
Hassan Z, case study.
Tanya ตอนนี้เราเปิดให้พวกเราถามถ้าจะถามในภาษาไทยก็ได้ภาษามลายูก็ได้เดี๋ยวเอาบัสจะแปลให้ครับ
โอ้อาจารย์ดีกว่าเชื่อเรากันว่ากัน
But you can write your question. It's okay.
I think I have a question for you. Abang Syafiq, Mr. Syafiq. For
just call me Syafiq. Don't call me Abang or Mr. Just Syafiq.
Okay, Mr. Syafiq. Okay.
No, Mr. Just Syafiq.
Okay. For the since you said that Singapore is implementing technologies into their sectors like education, transportation, and everything, right? And then for the fact that these autonomous system or technologies, of course, will take over human jobs one day. And then are there no like come up what is it called again? I don't know, like opposing parties, opposing people that are opposing this kind of mindset or concept. Yeah, because I think one day, I know Singapore is a small population country, but when people are being born again, of course there will be the needs for more jobs. But when there are these technologies, they will limit the job. So I want to know how the government of Singapore resolves this problem that might occur in the future.
Okay, so let me tell you. Let me share with you, Abbas. Like in Singapore, there's two types of jobs. In everywhere, there's like blue collar jobs and white collar jobs. Okay, so the white collar jobs are the banking sector, everything. Yeah, and the blue collar job is the one who works as normal labor, like bus driver, everything. If you realize that actually all those jobs been taken over by the autonomous, like bank teller, all these are blue collar jobs, which right now we depend on foreign labors. So when right now it's even better for us. We don't even we call it reject the idea because it's better for us. So that's like even there's no foreigner coming, we still can get the services right now. Example, this is during the COVID, like they are building buildings, okay? Because there's no workers from Bangladesh or from China, the project is being halted totally. Okay. But then, if let's say all these construction sectors, bus drivers, taxi drivers are being hauled by the robots, it's even better. Even it's COVID or whatever, we still can continue to strive. Okay. So in short, there's no objection because we really like it, and we need this. We really need this autonomous sector. And furthermore, do you know what's the statistic of people having accident while driving? Do you know?
Can you repeat the question? I cannot hear you clearly.
Okay. Do you know how often people came into accident because of they sleep while driving or they are negligent during driving? You know, it's a lot.
A lot. Yes, a lot.
Yeah. So for that reason, this autonomous vehicle is even better, so that there's no accident because the robot is doing the thing, AI is doing the thing, and then we can take our time, isn't it? And on top of that, I want to ask you, Abbas, like Do you, example, you want to go from your house to other city? Do you know which way is having we call it congestion?
Yeah.
You don't know, right? So using
Yes.
artificial intelligence, they can choose the route which there's no congestion or jam. So it's even better. That's the
Yeah, of
reason we
course.
don't really reject it. It's logical reason. We got a problem there. I hope I answer your question, Abbas.
Yep. Yep. That sounds up.
Thank you, Abbas, for the question.
Thank you.
How about Abdul Hadi? Do you have any question, Abdul Hadi?
Actually, no. I have no question.
Okay, you can ask. If you are not comfortable in English, ask in Malay. If not, in Thailand, Mr. Burhan will translate for me.
No, I have a question I would ask you, but no.
No, not now. Okay. Okay, thank you, Abdul Hadi. Do you have any other questions, guys? I think that's all, is it?
Okay, now.
Haroming. Yeah, Haroming.
Yeah.
What do you want to ask?
How about COVID-19 in the Singapore?
Oh, okay. As I told you, in Singapore, unlike Thailand or other countries, we don't close the mosque totally, because mosque is considered essential for human beings. So in order not to close the mosque and in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in the mosque, what we do is the booking system. Like anyone want to enter the mosque on Friday on daily, they need to book the place there so that when there's a spread, they will send notifications and everything. That's all. Yeah. But currently, right now, Singapore COVID situation is not that bad, but then it's got spread because the latest is on because of the Indian migrant workers. They were to come to Singapore and then they spread it like this. That's what I know. Yeah, that's the situation right now in Singapore. Thank you, Haroming. Do I answer your question, Haroming? Did I answer your questions?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah, Sahar.
How about hand living in Singapore?
Hand living? What do you mean by hand living? Sorry.
How about living in Singapore? Is it make it easier for the another people to wanna live in Singapore?
Oh, are you talking about migrating to Singapore?
Or not? Or sorry?
Are you talking about migrating to Singapore? Is it easy or difficult? Is it?
Yes, like that. About living in general.
Yeah. Actually, there's quite a lot of Thai citizens living in Singapore. They work in various sectors like banking, everything. In Singapore, it's quite easy to migrate there. Only if you were to have a good certificate, good education level, good background, it's not an issue. Yeah, a lot of Thai people work in Singapore. Yeah, it's quite easy actually. Unless if you have good certificates, they only accept we call it high qualified people entering Singapore usually. But for a visit, it's okay actually. Hope I answer your question, Sahar.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Taufik.
Taufik Jehling. Is it? Any other questions, guys?
I want to ask you a question. How student life in Singapore? Student
life in Singapore?
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you something. Being a student in Singapore is very stressful. I can say it's very stressful because we study for long hours, very long hours. Like example, for secondary school means 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Example, a secondary school student, age 14 years old, up to 18, they study their lessons start at 7 a.m. in the morning and finish at around 6 p.m. That's very long hours. They study, they have activities, and it's very stressful. And the competition is really high there in Singapore. Yeah, and the peer pressure is also high from your parents, from your friends, from your family, from your teachers. It's quite good. It's good, but it's stressful because the competition is so high. Do I answer your question, Mr. Burhan?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
One more question.
Do you have any other questions?
Teacher.
Just call me Syafiq. Don't call me teacher, Suraida. Just call me Syafiq.
Saya mau pakai bahasa Melayu.
Boleh.
Nak tanya yang tadi tu application yang safety orang kat rumah tu, dia hantar dengan internet ke without internet?
Dia hantar dengan internet. Internet.
Maksudnya kalau kita tak ada internet, dia tak hantar lah?
Pasal Pak Singapore semua ada internet. Takkan tak ada internet.
Okay.
Pasal apa tu semua Singapore macam nampak tak dalam skrin ni? Dia ada dia ada dua actually. Dia ada nampak tak gateway ni? Gateway ni kalau ada press ni terus boleh hantar apa tu transmission dia punya message terus. Tapi ni akan ada internet juga kena ada internet. Kalau tak ada internet tak boleh. Tapi Singapore semua ada internet usually.
Yes.
Okey tak? Nur Suraida. Faham tak?
Yes.
แนวคิด smart home เนี่ยเราสามารถนำไปใช้ในโปรเจกต์ของเราได้นะเพราะว่าผมเห็นมีรุ่นพี่ของเราก็เขาทำเกี่ยวกับ IoT ใช่ไหม แล้วก็สามารถนำ smart home สำหรับอะไรนะสำหรับใช้ในคนผู้สูงอายุนะเรามาทำโปรเจกต์ของเราได้
อาจารย์มีสไลด์ของอาจารย์ไหมคะ
เดี๋ยวผมส่งไปให้นะหลังจากอันนี้ Okay.
I have a question. One more.
Siapa
Alright, can I ask a question now?
Okay. Abbas. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Since that our topic today is about digital transformation on Islamic activities, right? And then for what we discussed earlier is about digital transformation, such as like what Brother Syafiq presented to us just now, is that the safety system, right? So with all these technologies, there must be some certain safety to it. And then how do the government of Singapore make sure that the data on like in private houses is not hacked by the hacker, or or there are no data theft occur in Singapore?
So okay, I got it. It means you are touching on the topic on privacy, isn't it?
About the safety of the data of the user.
Yeah, for that reason, if you realize that all these applications are being held in the government, you see, GOV is a government website. For that reason, like they have high security system. That's the reason they don't go to the private sector. In private sector, probably it's going to be done, but then it's all in a government sector, so the security is even higher. It's almost impossible to infiltrate the system.
Oh, okay. So if anything happens,
it's like a centralized system like this. It's impossible. It's difficult to infiltrate this system. To even the developer of the application is being done by the government. It's not by private companies, so it's impossible.
So it's super secure, right?
Yes, it's very secure actually.
So if anything happens to the user, like the leaking of their data, so the government will be responsible for it, right?
Yeah,
they will take care of everything.
Yeah, that's really happened. Like it's just happened 6 years ago, where a leak of data happened because of the health from the health website. Okay, hospitals. So what happened is like they take serious measure about it, and they will have serious fine, monetary fine, everything. Yeah, it happened. Suddenly, accident happened. We cannot see, but then we take a high measure about it. Yeah, because this is all regarding privacy actually.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, welcome, Lang Putih. So, any other questions?
Is there any question? มีคำถามอะไรอีกไหมครับ Hassan, you send this one case study? What do you mean case study, Hassan?
I mean case study for all this example, as Mr. Sharif said. A case study for our subject related multimedia and dawah.
Abang Burhan, pek alam ni Romiani Didi.
Ini multimedia hakkında ne ilişki oluyor? Multimedia ve dakwah hakkında ne ilişki
yaptık?
Evet, hangi ilişkili yaptık?
Gösterdik ya, muslim.sg, gösterdik işte.
Okay. Hassan, you can answer. You can tell it,
Okay.
Hassan.
Okay, Hassan, are you there, Hassan?
Yeah.
Okay, so like this, Hassan, like in Singapore right now, we are training asatiza or new generation asatiza to become internet savvy or tech savvy. For that reason, the first step is we teach them to code. We teach them about videography, photography, algorithm, coding, so that next time when they can handle the website I show you, muslim.sg, everything, website, everything. So that's how we do da'wah, using technology. And at the same time, using technology, we make donation become more transparency. You understand me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, is there any questions, you guys? Thank you, Hassan, by the way.
Welcome.
Is there any other questions?
Okay, I think we will end our session there. If you don't have any question, okay. So thank you, Brother Syafiq, for your
thank you so much, you guys.
time.
Okay.
I think actually Brother Syafiq, he is in Turkey. He is not in Singapore. He is online from Turkey. So Syafiq, why do you choose Turkey to study your master,
so like this,
bachelor?
okay, like this. Okay, guys, like for me, I was so I was so curious about history actually. Like during my high school and during my primary school, I was we were taught about history, about Ottoman history or the Islamic history. Okay, so this is I learn about we call it the Ottoman history. I want to study about the Ottoman history. For that reason, I study in Turkey and start to understand the language of Turkish language, read their history, and I think while doing my research on Ottoman relation with Turkey, Ottoman relation with Southeast Asia, Singapore, I also came across about this one. Do you know that the Ottoman Empire has a relation with the Ayutthaya Kingdom? Do you know that? You know, this prince he's a prince in the 19th century, 1900s. So this Prince Damrong Nerjanubab, he's the one who modernized Thailand. So for that reason, like he come to visit Turkey, Ottoman Empire, visit the Sultan of the Ottoman, and they have good relations with Thailand and Turkey. So Turkish relation with Thailand is quite strong actually from the past, since 15th century, 1,500 years. Yeah. So that's my research on the Singapore relation, Thailand relation with Turkey. For that reason, I choose Turkey to study. That's a little bit more about it actually. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything?
Okay, thank you for today, Brother Syafiq. Okay, we will end
thank you so much.
session.
It's like how many hours? 2 hours, is it? 9:20, 10:30? Yeah, 2 hours of session. Thank you so much. It's very long.
Thank you very much for your, amazing performance, amazing presentation, and we get to know more about Singapore. Thank you for sharing with us today.
I wish, thank you so much. I wish I could speak Thailand.
I wish so.
But
hope so.
It's difficult for me. It's very difficult. I can't speak that. Maybe Burhan will teach me probably. Isn't it, Mr. Burhan?
Inshallah.
What would I say is Kak Kung Kau, is it? Or Kak Kung Kah? That's all I know about Thai.
Okay.
Kak Kung Kau or Kak Kung Kah? Okay. Fatana say Kak Kung Kau, is it? Okay, thank you so much, Fatana, Gula, Mito Jaya. Thank you so much. Okay, I think that's all from me. Shall I leave now, Burhan?
As you wish.
What is it?
As you wish.
Okay. Jazakallah. Haroming Chemo. Jazakallah khaira jazak.
Thank you for
thank you.
presentation.
Okay, welcome. You too. Anything, if you have any question in the future, just tell Burhan and then we will discuss about it, all right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, good. Okay, bye-bye. Take care. Have a good Sunday. Bye-bye.